25, 26, 26 miles per hour. Hey, what's going on everyone? Today we're going to be changing out the freewheel on this Hovsko Hovbeta electric bike. And if you've seen my original review on this, you'll notice that when I get up to higher speeds, say around 18 to 20 miles per hour, you run out of pedal on this bike and you tend to what they call ghost pedal, which means you're basically like pedaling air. You're not really putting any pressure into the pedals. And there's two reasons why this bike does this. The first is that the front has a 42 tooth chain ring, which is really small. And in the back, it has a 14 to 28 freewheel. And unfortunately, most bikes in the industry nowadays put 14 to 28 freewheels on their bikes. In my opinion, anything that's rated for class 3 speeds up to 28 miles per hour, like this Hovsko Hovbeta, it should come with an 11 to 28 freewheel, which gives you better pedaling at higher speeds. And it should have had a bigger chain ring on the front. However, I don't think you'd be able to really change this to much of a bigger chain ring because the way the frame's designed right here, if you get too much bigger, it may hit the frame here. So I wanted to show you all my experience with this, how it was before and how it's going to be after pedaling. Now, one thing to know about this is you could do this with a lot of different electric bikes. A few things to know is that you will need a special tool to get this off, and a freewheel is different than a cassette. A freewheel spins on with threads and a cassette does not. Most e-bikes nowadays come with freewheels. You will find a few here or there that have cassettes on them, which is actually better, but most of them are freewheels. Keep that in mind, and I'll put down below in the description links to both the bike, all my e-bike accessories, bags, alarms, locks, everything I use day in and day out, portable tire inflators, things like that, but also links to this freewheel and the tool that you would need to remove it. Now, this was about 30 bucks. The tool's somewhere around, I think, 20 bucks or something. So for right around $50 as of me filming this is what it's gonna cost me to change this freewheel. Well, I already had the tool because I changed this out on my Electric 1.0 that I had really good results on. So you can go check out that video as well. Got a lot of good tips in there. Highly recommend to check that one out as well if you plan on doing this. Now, as a disclaimer, I'm no professional mechanic. I'm just a do-it-yourselfer that likes to learn things. So do these modifications at your own risk, and if you don't feel comfortable doing them, make sure you take it to a local bike shop because this is going to deal with your drivetrain of your electric bike, and you don't want any accidents driving at high speeds. But look at the color of this bike, guys. This is probably one of my favorite colors yet. It's like a candy apple red. Comment down below, let me know what you think about this color. I absolutely love it. Oh, and comment down below also if you ever had a bike that you changed your freewheel on, what it was, what you changed it to, how hard it was, or just let me know if you've been planning on doing something like this. And another reason why I wanted to change this is because this bike has a torque sensor and it's very hard to put pressure on the pedals. Like I said, once you get up to 18 to 20 miles an hour, which limits you to get up to the max speed that this bike is rated for, which is a class 3 speed of 28 miles per hour. So hopefully by changing this freewheel out, it will allow me to put more pressure on the pedals to get up to higher speeds closer to that 28 miles per hour. But let's get into it. All right, so right now I'm going 18 miles per hour in gear 7. That's on that 14 tooth gear in the back currently on the factory freewheel. And you can see how fast I'm pedaling here. This is 20, and I feel like I'm about out of pedal now. 23, 24, 25, 26, 26 miles per hour. And that's as fast as I can get it, and that's as fast as I was pedaling. And I was pedaling pretty quick, guys. Whew. So that is why I want to change this rear freewheel. So let's get it changed out and see how it is pedaling with the new one. This is 20, 21, and I can't maintain that for long periods of time. I'm already out of breath just going that short distance. I'd rather be pedaling like this speed here at 20 miles per hour. All right, so I got the bike flipped over, ready to work on it. Now, one thing you want to do is make sure you prop your handlebars, your grips up on something. I got some blocks here with some foam on it to keep your display high enough off the ground so that it doesn't get broken. And this will give you a nice way to work on the back. First thing I'm going to do is unscrew this motor wire here so I can disconnect it. Then I'm going to go ahead and pull this motor wire apart once I got that screw undone. Oh man, that's really a nice connector there. When you plug this back in, it'll only go in one way, but be careful because there's 8 little tiny prongs and 3 big prongs. The big ones are your main motor wires. but make sure you don't bend those little ones because all 11 of those wires are in this one wire, so you want to be really careful with that. Another thing to note is make sure you know how your torque washers go back on here. Take pictures, take videos on both sides to make sure what order and how these washers go on. Then I'm going to go ahead and loosen these two bolts up. They're 19 millimeter. And I'm going to try to pull the back wheel out. And it's in there pretty tight. All right, it actually really wasn't in there that tight. This was spun a little bit into the frame. I just took a crescent wrench on here and just unspun that just slightly, and now it's loose. Prop this chain up with the derailleur. Now you do not have to take the derailleur off. Then I should be able to pull this right up out of here. Okay, the chain and derailleur is kind of getting in the way. There we go. But these torque washers are what you're going to want to know how they went on. So make sure you keep a note of exactly where these are at, where your motor wire is coming out of, because you don't want to put this back on upside down like this. Then I'm going to put one of these nuts back on the rotor side so that that axle doesn't get damaged. I'm going to lay it down on some foam here, being careful not to bend the rotor or damage the motor cable. I'm going to pull this off, and then this is where you need that special tool to get down inside of here, because if not, your freewheel is just going to spin. You need this to be able to turn that freewheel off of there. So just put the tool in there and loosen the freewheel up. And one thing I want to mention that I noticed whenever I changed it out on my electric 1.0 was that this little washer had to come off, because height-wise, if you put this washer behind here and set it on a table next to this one, you can see how there's a big thing on the back of this one that kind of spaces the new one down. That's why you want to remove this washer, because if you put them on the table here with the washer and then this one next to it, you see they line up about the same. So make sure you take this washer off, and then your new freewheel will screw right on. You really don't need the tool to screw this one back on. You just can't turn it this way. But I will snug it up with the tool just slightly. Then I'll put the torque washer back on, same way it came off, and put the wheel back on the bike. And this is probably going to be the tricky part, getting it back down in there the way I got it out of there. Alright, so far so good. Just line your rotor back up, making sure not to bend it. And just like that, it's back in. You can see the torque washers are down in the frame real good. Then I'm going to go ahead and put the bolts back on. Whoops, got to put the derailleur guard back on. Almost forgot. Then once I get these tightened, I'm going to go ahead and put the zip ties back on where I cut them off. But before I tighten this one up, I'm going to go ahead and plug this motor wire back in. Then I'm going to go ahead and shift through the gears while it's upside down like this, and make sure it shifts through everything really easily. Everything sounds smooth. And there's that 11-tooth gear. Oh yeah, I can't wait to try it. Let's give it a shot. All right, here we go. I'm in 7th gear on the 11-tooth gear in the back now. Let's see how it goes. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. It's definitely easier for me to put pressure on the pedals now at higher speeds, but still not reaching 28 miles an hour. I do want to note that the battery is not fully charged. This wasn't meant to be a speed test. It was just to show you the difference in pedaling. And this is at 20 miles an hour now. Definitely a lot easier to put pedal pressure at 20 miles an hour than before. All right, everyone, so there you have it. It is definitely a lot better than the old 14 to 28 freewheel. Before, I was running out of pedal at around 18 to 20 miles an hour. Now I feel like it's more like 23 to 24 miles per hour. So still gonna be way too hard to maintain 28 miles per hour, even with it set up like this, but way better. It should have came with the 11 to 28 freewheel from the factory. Hopefully they can update that in future shipments of this. And let me know down below what you guys thought, if you noticed the huge comparison in the side-by-side comparison that I showed here. And I don't know, I'm very happy with it. I already had the tool, so for a $30 upgrade, definitely well worth the $30, and that's with me doing it myself. So thanks for watching, everyone. If you find this content helpful, please subscribe, please stick around. If you're interested in anything I talked about or my accessories like this cell phone holder that I'm using right here, which is my favorite, bags, locks, everything like that I always say in all my videos, please use the links below. Ask questions if you have them. It really helps my channel out, and I will see all of you around on the next one. Thanks for watching, everyone.